Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Bitcoin Boomy here with Bitcoin Zeke, and we have another great video for you. If you can't tell, I'm the female version of him, whichever way I need to point, because that is my father, and thanks to him, I was introduced to the cryptocurrency space and Bitcoin back in 2017. And now we're making these videos because we care about you. We want you to be in the know about Bitcoin. So tonight we are celebrating Bitcoin and Black History Month. It's February of 2021. And so not only are we celebrating Black History Month, but what are we celebrating about Bitcoin, Daddy? What just happened with Bitcoin the other day?
Well, Bitcoin is always exciting if you understand it. But just the other day, we passed another milestone of Bitcoin exceeding $50,000 per
Woo!
coin. I mean, but I just got to add to that because people need to know where Bitcoin is going. I mean, if you know where it's going, you really get excited and you get involved in it. I follow a lot of the people in the Bitcoin space. I mean, these are people that has come into the space most recently. They've been looking at it since 3000. I mean, since 2017, 3 years ago, and they've decided that okay, this is real. I mean, it's not going anywhere. This is the best money. It's hard money. You can't inflate it. It's going to preserve our cash. So, I mean, we're talking about billionaires, not just millionaires, billionaires. They're getting into to to the space, and guys, because they know uh, it's going much higher. I mean, 50,000 February. I mean, how about? I mean, some of the prediction boom I've recently heard April, like 60 days away. How about 64,000? You
I
know,
like
84,000.
I
I
like
mean,
that.
yeah, I mean, it's on the way. And now, these are not just figures people are pulling out of the air. It's based on data because more and more other assets are coming into the Bitcoin space. For example, gold. I mean, gold is considered a very good store of value. A lot of people saying Bitcoin is a better store of value. In fact, they're calling it digital gold. I mean, has many of the properties of gold, but it's portable. It's you can transport it in seconds. I mean, try taking $10,000 worth of gold through the airport. Probably won't work. Uh, but no, Bitcoin is really on the way up. We're in what we call a bear market, a bear
A
cycle, and
bear. Wait a minute, not a bear. It's not a
I'm sorry.
it's a bull.
We came out of a bear cycle. We're into a bull cycle now. I
Yeah.
mean, this bull cycle, uh, people are starting to say because of so much money is coming into the space now, the institutional investors, they're really coming in. Nobody wants to be first, but nobody wants to be last. We had some big players like just last week. Elon Musk from uh, the car maker. Self-driving car. Isn't that cool? I mean, he's working on a vehicle to go to like outer space. So he put in his company put in $1.5 billion just last week. And not to
And
mention, not to mention Michael Saylor of Microsoft Strategy. Uh, he just went to the marketplace and borrowing $600 million more to put in the Bitcoin. That's like this week. He did that several months ago, and he has over $3 billion in Bitcoins, and all of that has happened in the last 10 months.
mm.
So
So
go ahead, go
actually
ahead.
borrowed the 600 million to invest in Bitcoin.
Absolutely, he borrowed it, and interest rates are so cheap now. I mean, it only costs uh, like 3/3 of 3/4 of 1%. For 30 years, and he borrowed that to put into Bitcoin. That's a good bet.
Yeah, absolutely,
You,
absolutely. So, for those people who are joining us, just want to speak to our audience for a moment. I want you to welcome, if you can, watch this whole thing, tag some people because we are celebrating Bitcoin and Black History Month. Now, if you're not Black, we still want you to watch too because we want success for all people, but we are out here just sharing the special place and time that we are in. We are celebrating Bitcoin going over 50,000, but talking about what does this mean for you? Maybe you're into the cryptocurrency space, or maybe you have missed it, or maybe you think you've missed it. Daddy, let's talk about that because when people say, "Man, have I missed it?" my answer would be yes and no. Meaning this, is Bitcoin what it was in the summer? 10,000, 11,000? No. Is it 3,000 like it was some years ago? Of course not. But when you think about where it is now relative to where it's going to be, man, you wish you would have got it lower, but there's still appreciation to come. And there was a gentleman who was talking tonight, and he was saying when people say Bitcoin is currency, really they're wrong. It's a digital asset. It's nothing that you want to spend, but it is something that you want to accumulate because it will appreciate. He had a friend who actually, in the early days, bought a mattress with Bitcoin. Excuse me, yeah, bought a mattress with Bitcoin. And today, that amount that he spent on the mattress would be worth $1 million. $1 million. So even though a lot of places accept Bitcoin, what you really want to do is to hodl it, hold on for dear life, because my father said it is going has more and more appreciation to go. And he said this, Daddy. He said, if you own one Bitcoin, and I'm gonna share with you guys how, even if you don't have much money now, how you can actually end up owning one Bitcoin. If you own one Bitcoin, chances are that you will become a millionaire. What do you think about
absolutely.
that?
I mean, I feel very confident about that. That's, I mean, that's not an issue to me.
Right.
That's not hard. Going back to the point that you made when people ask me that, well, is it too late? Is it too late is relative. I was just looking at a podcast earlier this morning, and the guy was talking about back in 2012, Bitcoin was something like a dollar or $5, and the guy said, man, I wish I. It's kind of like too late because it's $5. I wish I'd have gotten in it when it was 50 cents, because it was 50 cents at some point, and then you can go on and like in 2015, Bitcoin was like $349. You know, I mean 2014, I'm 15, but $349 for a coin. I mean, in 2017, I mean 2013, you could have got it for $100 or $97. But let's fast forward a little. Let's go to uh, 2017. 2017, like January, February, it crossed over the $1,000 mark.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, $1,000 for one coin. That is expensive. 2017, and that's when I got involved in March. It was like a thousand, $1,100, and that was expensive. But let's fast forward. By the end of 2017, it has gone from $1,000 to $20,000. Then boom, it's
Mm-hmm.
$20,000. That has to be it. It's too expensive. And then it went down to 5,000. And well, people say, well, it's 5,000. I mean, uh, it may not come back. It's 5,000. And then let's fast forward a little until um, to 2020 December, $20,000, all time high. Hey, 21,000. It got to boom. It got to be too high. It's 21,000. I mean, how much higher can it go? Except 6 weeks later, it goes from 20,000 to 40,000. I mean, guys, it's not too late. I like to do an analogy like we understand baseball. Is it too late? So you come to the ballpark and it's the second inning. Is it too late to sit down and enjoy the game because you got seven more innings to go before the game is over? So no, guys, it is absolutely not too late. The sooner the better. Buy now instead of tomorrow because tomorrow is going to be 53,000.
I love it. I love it. So, what is this saying to you guys? Stop being a part of those in the stands, just watching the game play out and actually participate. Get in the game. We're here to just share with you. This is a special place and time. And a lot of my audience are those entrepreneurs or the people who have said, hey, I want financial freedom for my family. I want to be somebody. I don't want to be average and ordinary. I wanted that millionaire status. And so here we are, guys. It's a special place and time for you to take advantage of what's going on in the cryptocurrency space. Let me tell you this. Bitcoin is the greatest appreciating asset of all time. The greatest appreciating asset of all time. It has gone it has grown over 100,000% since 2011. There was a time where you could get 4 Bitcoin for a penny. 4 Bitcoin for a penny. There was a time at the very, very beginning. And now one is over 50,000. But this greatest appreciating asset of all time still has more appreciating to go. And again, this is just one. Bitcoin is a store of value. It is one coin in the asset class of cryptocurrency, of which there are thousands. But we always say, guys, get Bitcoin. Hold on to your Bitcoin. Learn to what we call it. Look at my shirt. See my shirt? It says just hodl it, hold on for dear life. That's what we do. We're accumulating Bitcoin to increase our wealth accumulation. So, one of the things that the other things, let's talk about the skeptics, because you personally, I remember in 2017 you were living in Panama, and everything you talked about was cryptocurrency coming out your mouth, and there were a lot of people around you at that time who just, I don't know, they weren't listening. I don't know if they thought you were crazy. Oh, that's just Zeke who Bitcoin. That's not real, you know. And now what are those people saying?
They're calling me. I got a call last night from Panama, wanting to know about cryptocurrency. I got a call last month from Panama, wanting to know about, cryptocurrency. And I didn't say this, but I wanted to say, I told you so. I
Mm-hmm.
told you so. I told you back in 2017 that, get involved with it. Start to understand it. See, Bitcoin is a technology, and technology, they have certain properties, and they're volatile, and this is one of the areas that people are concerned about, the volatility, because it goes up and down. But if you look at the history of Microsoft, Microsoft was more volatile than Bitcoin in its
Mm-hmm.
very infancy, So that's just the nature of it. But if you get involved, you can learn to take advantage of the volatility. When it goes down, you can simply buy more for the same dollar. Something called dollar cost averaging is a good way to start. But at the end of the day, you need to accumulate Bitcoin. I want to go a little further, because on this uh, show I'm looking at today, the guy was named Royal Pal, Pal. He was talking about uh, all the asset classes and how can people make it in this economy. The economy It's not really good. The stock market is out. I mean, he said wages, wages hasn't increased uh, based on inflation, keeping up with inflation in 40 years. Wages, other things have increased, but wages haven't increased. There's so many things that has not increased. And he went on, make a long story short, said, look, if you want to get ahead, and if you are not the rich, if you the middle class, or even though the below the middle class, he said your lifeline is Bitcoin. That is
Mm,
your lifeline. That can absolutely save you because you don't have lots of money to start a business. Even if you're an entrepreneur, I mean it's difficult. It takes years and years, and you can start to acquire Bitcoin, and then you can see your net worth grow. I mean, really, really fast. Just we don't know. Let's just suppose you buy Bitcoin today because you can buy it 24 hours a day. You can buy it to Cash App and a whole host of ways you can buy it. And let's say you bought $1,000 worth. And let's say these predictions that these rich and smart people are saying where Bitcoin is going to go. They say it's going to go like at least 5x by the end of the year. So that means your $1,000 would have turned to $5,000. Now, where can you grow any assets like that? Your business, your job, your whatever. See, we have to have our people to get that part. I saw Bitcoin 3 years ago as a lifesaver, as an opportunity for us, our people, to get ahead. For the first time, we are ahead of Wall Street. We are the head of the big people. They're gonna come in. They're coming, but they're gonna come in behind us, boom, and they're gonna drive the price up. They're gonna drive
yeah.
our prices up. This is why Bitcoin is going to increase in value because they're looking for a better place to put their money because the dollar is depreciated very rapidly, and this is why Bitcoin is going to go up in value. Uh, People that holding gold, they put a percentage of their money in Bitcoin. People in the stock market, I mean, which is like $100 trillion, market. They put a 1% would drive it up. What about the bond market? I mean, what about the real estate market? All of these markets, these assets is coming in to Bitcoin. Why? Because it's a better store of value. And
Mm,
as it comes in, it increases the price of Bitcoin. This is why they say it's going to go to from 20 to 50, from 50 to 100, and from 200 up to 200. A lot of predictions are saying now that by the end of the year, one Bitcoin will be $200,000. And
mm.
I fully believe that because percentage wise, I've seen it happen before. I mean, that's not out of the question. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it.
And this is why we are making this video, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have anything, I have nothing to offer you. Y'all know I'm an entrepreneur. I am not in a Bitcoin business. I'm not trying to get y'all to sign up in anything. What I want for myself, I want for other people. I've been around so many people over the years of being an entrepreneur, good, honest people who want more for their families, who are tired of the struggle, who want wealth. Maybe network marketing hasn't really worked for them because they don't have the skill set, the personality, or the work ethic. We're talking about getting into the I quadrant that Robert Kiyosaki talks about, where it's all about passivity. It's about your money making money. There's no skill set you have to have. There's nothing that you have to do except to take your capital, be it large or be it small, take some capital and invest it into this cryptocurrency space. Karen Chesley said she saw one of our videos some months ago. She called you, talked to you, got started. She said, my investment doubled since December 2020. That was just a couple months ago. It doubled since December 2020. Wow, Karen, congratulations to you. That is awesome. Now, listen, guys, If you have not gotten started in cryptocurrency, this is one of the best things that I can do for you. I got a video that I want you to watch that will get you some real good education, explaining what is Bitcoin, explaining about really how to participate and not to miss it, even if you're getting started now at 50,000. And if you need a great place to buy your Bitcoin, I can send you my Coinbase link, just like you send out your Cash App link. I'll send you my link, and when you fund your Bitcoin account with $100, they're going to give you $10 in free Bitcoin and give me $10. So that's the only thing that I have for promoting Bitcoin. I just want you to win. I want our people to win and close this wealth gap that's been so huge. There's been such a wealth gap. Like, the Black community has been the so far behind in saving, so far behind in accumulating wealth and assets. Here's a chance for us to reclaim this and take our rightful position, guys. When you think about, most of us didn't participate in like Amazon and Microsoft and Google. There was nobody saying, hey, I want you to participate in this .com boom and these technology companies that are coming up. We just didn't. We utilize them, but we're not making money from them. Here now we're telling you to make money from these new digital assets, because finance is changing, guys. There's a new way that finance will be done. Is decentralized and has everything to do with the cryptocurrency space. Back to you, Daddy.
You mentioned uh, some of these big companies. Uh, for example, Apple. Apple is a very big company. I think it might be the biggest or second biggest company in the world. $2.2 trillion. That's pretty big. Now, Bitcoin is just shy of $1 trillion. That's what the Bitcoin capitalization is worth. Now, you want to get into a asset that's growing.
Mm-hmm.
I would say to you, get into Bitcoin because within a year or two, Bitcoin will be bigger than Apple. It will be
Mm.
bigger than a $2.2 trillion company. That's the kind of growth that's happening with Bitcoin. So you want to get in as soon as you can. But the growth is here. It's going to continue for a very, very long time.
Now, and one of the things that you're going to learn as you educate yourself in this space, we know that nothing goes straight up forever in a straight line. As you see the ticker marks here on the swoosh, you see it goes up and down and up and down. So if you buy Bitcoin today at 52,000 and tomorrow it goes down to 48, no problem. That's just how the market ebbs and flows. But when you know what's happening, when you know these institutional investors are going to drive it up to 100,000, if it goes down for a little while, no big deal. One of the things in the video I'm going to show you is this. I'm going to tell you the quick way of really accumulating your money. So we're in the bull market. My father told you it's bullish, meaning it's going up. After a bull market comes the bear market, when things come down. So when you get your appreciation in the bull market and you take out your profit before things start coming down, and you'll learn about something called stable coin. You can take out your profit, put it into stable coin, put it back into gold, into fiat, or whatever. Then as Bitcoin corrects, because there will come a time again where the market is going to drop. They typically say 80%, but Daddy, now with a lot of the institutional money coming in, what's probably going to happen, they say it may not even go down 80%, but maybe it may just go back down 60%. But somewhere, let's say if it corrects 60 to 80%, you've had your profit to the side. Maybe you add some other capital to it. Now, what can you do? Take that money and you buy that dip. You buy that 80% correction. Now you may can actually, who knows, afford a couple of Bitcoin, depending on how much it corrects. And then that allows you to position yourself so that you know you haven't missed it. You understand the market, and now when the dip comes, man, you buy, and now you get those gains when the next bull market comes, which should be about 2024. They're saying. So we're getting our strategy together. We want you to get your strategy to get together. Get in now, get some basic education. We're not saying you got to become a trader. Like, I don't have time to become a trader. That's learning how to read your charts and up and down. I don't. Look, buying and holding, as you see, Karen said her account has doubled since 2020. Yeah, our accounts have done real good since we got started, guys. So we just don't want you to miss it. If you want a six-figure account, it's not too late. You want seven figures in your account, it is not too late. We follow people who say it, they're showing us, and then we're talking to you of literally how to get rich using cryptocurrency. And it's not a pie in the sky type of thing. This is real. This is real. And since I've been introduced to the cryptocurrency space, I'm seeing more and more how there are so many people out here. Most of them don't look like us, who have millions upon millions upon millions and some access to billions of dollars. And they're going to be operating in this space to take themselves financially to a place where they've never been before. Why not you, and why not your family? So if you need to get started in crypto, you got some questions, hit me up. If you need that link for Coinbase to get yourself started, I don't care if it's just $25 to get you started, and do what you can. So we're celebrating again. We're about to end, but before we go, we were celebrating Bitcoin going over 50,000, and it's Black History Month. So my black and brown and beige people, understand this is your chance for your family. We're talking legacy. We're talking leaving that inheritance to your children's children, getting money for you now and for the future. Any last closing words, Bitcoin Zeke?
Uh, yes, Boom. I want to add to what you were saying in terms of people acquiring Bitcoin. You need to come in with a strategy. You need to come in with a plan. Oftentimes, people contact me and say, "Well, Bitcoin Z, I want to buy some Bitcoin." I said, "Well, why you want to buy Bitcoin?" "I want to make some money." I mean, guys, that is not a good strategy. I want to make some money. You got to come in here, and I highly would encourage you to come in here with a long term plan. I mean, with a
Mhm.
long term plan, you're almost guaranteed to be successful because long term, the market is going to, like Boomy said, the bear market is going to come, it's going to go down. So what? I mean, market's supposed to go down. Volatility is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's going to come back up. I mean, you should have at least a 5 or 10 year horizon when you get into Bitcoin, if not further. I'm thinking about Bitcoin for my not my children, uh, my grandchildren, more of my great grandchildren, because this is how we create generational wealth. I mean, we let the wealth accumulate instead of spending it up. We need to accumulate capital. When you
Mhm.
accumulate enough capital, then you start to live on it. You spend, a percentage of it. You spend the interest off of it, so you never ever touch the principal. Then you can um, will that principle to the next generation, then the next generation, and the next generation. This is how people create generational wealth. And we can do that, but you need to have a long term plan to do that because a generation is a long time.
Yes, 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 yes. Guys, this is real talk, real money talk, real financial freedom talk. Now, there are some people who are like, man, I can't afford a whole Bitcoin. I can't afford a half a Bitcoin. Let me tell you guys, most of my audience are entrepreneurs. I would say to you all, you need capital to invest, work your business, whatever it is, hard, hard. Why was I able to purchase two Bitcoins? Because I worked my Laura Life business hard, was able to have enough discretionary income where last summer I could purchase 2 Bitcoin. So whatever you promote, I promote O2 drops. I promote Thrive Organic Greens. If you're in wellness business or any other type of business, guys, work your business, solve problems in the community, and bring value to people so that that monetary value can be brought back to you, and then take a percentage of your money and then invest it. I promote entrepreneurship because entrepreneurship is the way. The business of America is business. Your job will never make you rich. So you got to have a part time business. Get your part time business, work it, get that capital, invest in Bitcoin. Okay. And until you get your business, maybe you don't have a business, take some money from that JOB or whatever you need to do, but get yourself into this cryptocurrency space. We have t shirts that say, I told you so. But we don't want to really have to rub it in and say, I told you so anymore. We want to tell you so tonight. And then if you're listening and you're not there, we want you to take action. So we got Karen Chesley, who says she took your advice and her money's doubled since December 2020. We have Charlotte, who says, I will be setting up my Coinbase account. Don't wait any longer, Charlotte. Go ahead and do it. We got Scott saying hello, hello to Scott. Thank you for watching, guys. So inbox me if you need that link so you can get your Coinbase account. If you have any questions, hit us up. You need a conversation with my dad, with me. Guys, do me a favor, smash the like or the love button so we can get some hearts going on. We appreciate that if you're watching. So smash that button. If there's anybody, whether it's your family or friends, who they need to hear this information about cryptocurrency, then definitely share this video on your wall. I want to end with 2 books you need to get. One is Bitcoin in Black America by Isaiah Jackson. Isn't it Isaiah Jackson? Yeah, Bitcoin in Black America. And then there's another one called I think Be Left Behind. I'll show you that one another time. I forgot who the author is, but it said don't let your grandma beat you to having Bitcoin or something like that. It's a great book as well, but definitely get Bitcoin in Black America. And so, hey, Jacqueline, thanks for joining us. Guys, we are saying this. Oh, Scott said he thought this was a recording. No, Scott, we are live. We are live. So make sure you guys share this with someone. Get started tonight. It's easy to set up your Coinbase account, and just don't delay, because we want you to get as much appreciation as you can. And we'll be back another time with more Bitcoin value. Anything last words you want to say, Daddy? Or are we done?
Well, yeah. Let me just restate. The, the most important thing is to educate yourself. You have to get educated. When you get educated about the crypto space, the blockchain, you're going to be more comfortable with it. But you don't have to get educated before you get started. Education is an ongoing process. And like Boom said, open up an account tonight. Bitcoins is 24/7, 365. Open up an account tonight with $25. The journey of 1,000 miles start with the first step. Take that first step tonight and start to make it happen. And then you'll have a little skin in the game. And then you pay a little bit more attention to it. Then you educate yourself, educate your children, your friends, and so forth, because we have to expand this adoption. The more of us get into this, the better. The more people get into it, the more it will become a greater reality to the whole space. Because at the end of the day, over time, Bitcoin will be your money.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. Well, that includes our video for tonight. Remember, like, love, share, and keep tuning back to my wall. We're going to be at least once a week, maybe a couple times a week, sharing cryptocurrency value with you. You can search through, scroll down the wall, and find other videos that we have done. You can even go back. I'm going to go back to some of the ones we did in 2017 and see what we were
Wow.
talking about, watch party. That'd be pretty cool to see that. So Charlotte says, thank you so much. Jacqueline says, thank you both. Charlie says, thanks for sharing this valuable information and making it a part of our lives. And Karen says, thank you. You all are welcome. We love helping people is what we've been doing all of our lives. And with that, guys, this is Bunmi Moore and my dad, Bitcoin Zeke,
Bitcoin Zeke.
and we
Good
are
night.
out. Good night. Bye-bye.